Well, Google did it. They didn't screw it up when it came to the launch for the Pixel 7, the 7 Pro, all that good stuff. There were a couple of things that they needed to shore up. There were some things that they needed to fix. They needed to work on reliability. They needed to work on Bluetooth. They needed to work on the signal quality with the modem. They needed to work on the processor to keep it from overheating. They needed to work on the fingerprint sensor and make sure that it worked. And they needed to add facial recognition. And gosh darn it, they did all that stuff. And then on top of that, they kept the price the same. So even in a world where inflation's basically at like 10%, the consumer price index is terrible, the stock market's terrible, supply chain and everything's terrible, they didn't raise prices, which is pretty crazy. So inside the phone, the Pixel 7, they did a good job. The Pixel 7 Pro, they threw everything they needed in there. We got a more reliable and a smoother experience with the Tensor chip, even though it's still a 5 nanometer processor. They just kind of reworked it and made the processor better as opposed to going back to the drawing board making a new one. I think it worked out. And the new Tensor G2 seems like it is performing better. Also, better signal, better call quality, more reliability there, better Bluetooth connection and stability. I've experienced both of those things. Very happy about that. The fingerprint sensor, it's much better, it's faster, it's more accurate, it's more reliable, so grateful for that. But the other thing that I really like is the addition of facial recognition, which works, well, pretty darn good. Watch this. There we go. Unlocked. Unlocked. It actually works. It's so nice having a phone where the biometrics actually work like they're supposed to. And then they changed a couple other things. We've, of course, got Android 13, and that's been a huge change. Everything is smoother, everything's more reliable, everything is working better. And like I said, they kept the price the same. So they needed to make sure that they shored up those areas. And the thing is the Pixel 6, on paper, hardware-wise, performance-wise, most people were pretty happy with it, especially at $599. And then the Pro coming in at $899. And then we've got the macro capability with the Pro now. We've got the better telephoto. We've got the new telephoto. In fact, we've got the new ultra wide in the Pro series. We've still got the Quad HD Plus, 120 hertz refresh rate, all that stuff. So there are key critical upgrades that they made for the Pixel 7 Pro to kind of keep that up there as well. Also, you get the 10-bit video now, 4K on the front and the back for both phones. They really shored things up, and they kind of took things to the next level. They even bumped up the IP67 to IP68 in the Pixel 7. And I'll go ahead and take the case off here just so you can see it. I got the lemongrass, kind of trying to hide it. I actually don't like this. I thought I was going to like it. The pictures, it looked a lot better than real life. And I'm sure maybe you've had that happen before. You look at something online, it looks good, it looks pretty, then you show up and you buy it, and it's like not really what my imagination really kind of put these two and two together. My eyes failed me. So I don't really like the lemongrass. But either way, maybe my sacrifice in buying this will help you make a better decision and buy the color that you want. Maybe you like this. Not trying to insult your preference and your what you care for in a color spectrum, but it ain't for me. But the phone itself, what I do appreciate, I like the subtle changes in the design, other than the camera bar. Like I like the camera bar on the 6 better. I like the complete black look all the way across instead of this kind of window cutout with the almost like a brass looking metal here with the aluminum. I like the Pixel 6 look better than this, but very smooth, very nice, integrated, kind of wraps and flows into the body, a one-piece phone, very much kind of on a premium level. And I think they did a good job with that. Pixel 7, Pixel 7 Pro. It's all about subtleness, like very, very subtle changes here and there, but it matters. And the stuff that they changed matters, and you can tell. As soon as you take it out of the box, you pick it up, you can really tell that they went back to the drawing board with some of the premium materials and made it feel and flow better. The design language, I think, is better. Performance-wise, the new Tensor G2 that's in here, I think, is better. It's more reliable, not having as many heating issues, not having the battery drain issues, and we're going to have to see how far it is in the future, but this is like an initial assessment of mine, using the phones for about 4 or 5 days now. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. The battery life, I still cannot really account for that well because I'm still waiting for the adaptive battery to kick in. So when I get to my full review in about a week, we'll talk about that and we'll recap. The whole point of this video is to address the things that I said they needed to fix when they came out with the Pixel 7. Largely, I really do think that they did. I think that they had some set tasks and they said, we need to fix Bluetooth. We need to fix the connectivity. We need to fix the cell standby. We need to fix the processor. We need to get the heat issues under control. We need to get Android 13 in these things before it comes out. They even launched it a couple months before. We need a new selfie camera in the Pixel 7. We need to take things to the next level with the Pro. And all across the board, just all these little check marks where things change just a little bit. You know, there are some folks that said they didn't really see much of an improvement on paper, but that's not where it came in. Most of the stuff that you see, the tangible things you can feel and you can experience when you use the phone, it's basically kind of like a refresh of the 6, but they did it right. Just little changes here and there and improvements in performance and functionality, smoothness, reliability. Everyone that I've talked to is basically saying, yeah, this is what the 6 was supposed to be. And I think that's a very fair assessment. I think the 6 had a lot of promise, it had a lot of potential, a lot of rawness there that really got kind of refined and sophisticated. And if you go back and look at some other phones that have made these big leaps, you look at the Fold 1 to the Fold 2. Substantial changes there, smoothed it out, made it better looking, made it amazing. Look at the Z Flip 5G to the Z Flip 3. Huge changes that made things a whole lot better. And then kind of metaphorically, not so much in the design change on the outside, but what they were able to accomplish software, hardware wise, making everything kind of congeal and work better. That's the experience that we get there in that transformation from the 6 to the 7, making this, I think, definitely a buy. I think this is something that you could feel comfortable buying. I think it's something you'll probably enjoy, especially if you like this Pixel experience, like all the new stuff they added, like all the software, the AI and machine learning things. This right here, good phone. And I think they did a good job. Same thing with the Pro. And if you want the Pro, yeah, I think it's worth the extra $300. If I were going to buy one with my own money, I certainly would, because I like that telephoto. I like the ability to take the macro shots. I like having that Quad HD Plus screen. I like having the 5,000 milliamp battery. There's just so many little things here and there that add to that Pro experience, of Pro caliber level performance, especially in the camera department that you can appreciate with the 7 Pro over the 7. But I gotta say, the core things that I said that Google needed to fix, the core things I said they needed to address, I think they did it. I think they did it in a very decisive, calculated, and meaningful way. And I think you can tell it as soon as you get the phone and you start playing with it and realize, yeah, they tightened things up around here, they polished the stuff, and they got it working the way that the 6 was supposed to. So that's all I've got. I just wanted to make that video. I wanted to address that because those were some important things that I wanted to wait and find out and confirm for myself using the phones. And I think that Google did a good job with it. I think that this is going to be the year for the Pixel phones, as long as they can manage not to screw anything up between here and the rest of the going into next year. I think they did a good job here. It's off to a good start. It's off to a promising start. And also, you take a look at the prices, make it really, really competitive and really appealing, whether you get the 7 or the 7 Pro. So that's all I've got. What do you think? Do you think they did a good job? Do you think that they fixed things in the right places? Do you think that it's refined enough that there is a difference between the 6 and the 7 and it's worth it if you want to get one? I think so. Let's talk about it. And if you enjoyed the video, if you like this stuff, you like the Pixel videos, you're in the right place. Please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.